Hello. Well, I would say happy Saturday, except it's raining. It's raining, and I've got the two girls here. Yeah. Trixie wants to sit on my knee, and as she has the paws of an elephant, I would rather that she didn't. Anyway, she has just wandered off somewhere, so yeah, let's hope all will be quiet for a little while, unless Miss Rosie happens to want to bark, as per usual. Yes. Cheers. Got a cow today. I had bacon for my breakfast, and I'm always very, very thirsty when I have bacon. Well, I'm wearing one of Shein's beautiful dresses in their beautiful fabric. As usual, it finishes under the bust. I'm not sure whether it's me because they give me a belt with it. Now, what good is a belt when the waist is like under your bust? I think they must be made for very flat-chested ladies. Anyway, I couldn't find a cardigan that matched it, and the beads don't particularly match it either, so I'm on a mismatchy day today. We got up very early to start off with. We got up at 6 o'clock because I'm, grandma to the dogs this weekend. We got up at 6 o'clock, which, grandma wasn't very happy about, so we fed them. We, the royal we, I fed them. And then I said, come on girls, let's go back to bed. Thinking I'll have another hour, yeah? I woke up at 11 and they were still sleeping by my side. Isn't that nice? I don't blame them though, it's not much good weather, it's just rain and more rain. We've had 2 days, that must have been our lot. For August probably, yeah. Anyway, the post lady came. Disturbed Rosie, of course, because she has an aversion to the post lady. And she had to knock on the door because it says do not bend. So it was from eBay. And it was a vintage pattern. I did have this pattern once before. I think I actually made it for my friend. It's in double knitting or chunky, on the same pattern. It's one of the vintage ones. I'm sure you may be able to find it somewhere else because I've just bought it. Even though it's vintage, I've just bought it. So it's a knitted one. As usual, because it's a vintage pattern, it says it's bust 32 to 40. But these days, 40, which usually comes out at 42, fits me. Not bragging, but I've lost a bit of the boobage since I lost the weight. Right, number 2 came, again in photos do not bend, or as one wit wrote on one of mine once, oh yes they do, and folded it in half and put it in my post box. Very witty, Mr. Postman, very witty. This one is, I think it looks like is it a photocopy or is it the original? One never knows what one's going to get, does one? It's a photocopy. As usual, you don't pay a lot, do you? But you do imagine you get the actual pattern, but you don't. You get a photocopy. This one is crochet and it's done in 4-ply. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because it's very pale. It's a short sleeved one with an edging on it and a long sleeved one without an edging on it. But of course you could do the short sleeve without the edging, or you could do the long sleeve with the edging. I forgot what I was going to say then, Very pretty, and it's 4-ply, and I have got quite a bit of 4-ply cotton. Anyway, the most exciting bit that arrived is Simply Crochet. I had one of those offers, you know how you do, you get these offers, don't you? Get 6 subscriptions for so much, yeah? Well, I have no idea what that is, no doubt it will tell me. Oh, it's a crochet colour wheel. Discover the perfect colour combination for any project at any time. Just place, point and select. Really? I don't know what it is, but no doubt all will become as clear as mud later. Right, we've got, oh, the usual gubbages. Oh, it does tell you, it's something to do with the granny squares, because there's a what do you call them, a gift thing, which is about granny squares, but we'll get to that later. Excuse me, there's a fly probably buzzing 2 streets away that sets Rosie off. I will be so glad when we don't have to have this every video I make. Oh, my friend says don't shout at her. I try not to shout at her, but how do you get her to stop? Telling her she's a good girl and patting her doesn't always work, yeah. Anyway, we've got Simply Crochet magazine, 139. It seems to be all about granny squares. It's got the granny square waistcoat on the front. And what else does it say? Bursting with fun. 6 makes with colour changing yarn. 74 all new patterns. It's got quick hook baby gifts, and it's got like a little sort of teddy. Anyway, enough of that. I can't show you because I haven't got an overhead thingamajiggle. So you have to put it with me showing you a bit. Right, that's an advert. What's that? Oh, that's a very pastel shades, aren't they? I hope you can see them. Very pastel shades. I don't know whether the pattern's in there or not. It's oh, I actually did remember to bring them. I don't normally do I? Bring the glasses. Trying to look industrious, or is it whatever? Studious, that's the word I'm looking for, studious. Take a letter, Miss Smith. It's Granny Square Day just around the corner, 15th of August. Bet you didn't know that. We're thinking about all the crochet projects that make us happy. Oh gosh, she's off again. Like this fun variegated scarf. Oh. Can we put a silencer on a dog? Can you fit a silencer on a dog? Because if we do... Oh, gosh, honestly. I think my son is right. I think she has got 2 Rets, yeah. Rickaroomy element heads. Oh, gosh. I think you probably have to buy those. They're not exactly the loveliest of things, are they? I'm not even going to shout at her, I'm just going to let her keep on barking. Sorry about this, people. If I have to put up with this, so do you. Yeah. Beauty and the Beach. 2 crochet bloggers, top crochet bloggers have joined forces with Stylecraft to create blog stars on the beach. Now, I would not want to actually, if it's possible, to crochet a deck chair cover, because you have the feeling that, you know, you would sink into the sand, don't you? So we shall go ahead and see what it's all about, yeah. There's all the adverts as usual, all the adverts. Right, let's get to the real nitty-gritty. Back to the scarf. Very pastel, if you like pastel shades. Very pastel. Now this one says bright and bubbly. I suppose it is bright to some people. It's not really all that bright to me, the bag. Now that I do love, although I do not do toys, but I do love that, which is a lamb. Isn't that cute? That is cute. Now that I would do, but of course, knowing me, I would have to change the colours. But if pastel's up your alley, then that's a nice cardigan. Drop shoulders, yeah. The inevitable blanket. Of course, you could use it as a pram cover. I presume they're suggesting that you take it down to the beach, which wouldn't be a good idea, would it? Let's just stick to the towels, girls. And this again is a poncho, which I quite like, but I would not do it in those pale shades, of course, but that's me. You may like it in the pastel shades. For me, no, it's a bit wishy-washy. Talking of wishy-washy, I was trying to find a cardigan to go with this, and I refuse to wear beige. refuse to wear beige. Yeah, it's called Ups and Downs, that cardigan. It is quite nice. Stripes run horizontally and vertically. I quite like the design. I think the design is quite pretty. But as you know, with me, I would have to have, you know, more chirpier colours. Yeah. But it is like nice. Koala clutch. It's got snap-on bracelet arms or whatever they are, but it's quite cute if you do amigurumis or toys or whatever you do. It's quite a cutie. Yeah. Done in double knitting. Oh, you need a snap band bracelet. That's so it would hold the cards, I presume, in place. You probably crochet over one of the bracelets. You've probably got one in your jewellery box. Everybody has one somewhere that you bought and thought it was a good idea and never wore. You know, one of those. Roll back the price to 2013 if you subscribe today. Only $14.97 every 3 issues. They are normally £27.20. So that's where they get you see. You order the 3 issues, don't you? And then they whop you with the full price, which is probably what will happen with me with these. I subscribe for so much and then woof. They probably won't even tell me. They will just take it out of the bank account because you don't have time to cancel it. Yeah, this is what happens. Pia's journal from the studio. Hoping to hook up a gift for your furry friends. It is just as a designer page. There aren't any patterns. It's just talking about making doggy coats and baskets and things for your dogs. But of course the patterns are not in here. Bo Beautiful. Oh, you added handmade touch to your shop bought baby booties. Well, if you're very crafty, you would make the booties anyway and then put the little bows on them. You know, why pay the price for the shop bought booties when you can probably knit a pair or crochet a pair? Almost identical. Right, thanks a lot. Haha, very witty. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I like granny squares, you know I do, but that's a little bit big and a bit on the chunky side for me. Baby Blue, welcome a new arrival with a chic yet cosy striped blanket designed by Pat Strong. The pattern's quite nice, the actual stitch pattern I mean. I know a lot of you are into blankets, and you know I'm not. Not to say anything against it, if it floats your boat, you do it, that's my thing. Oh, this is more my street. Ready to wear. Designer Courtney Whitehead is building a crochet wardrobe for all. I wonder if she's got a book out. Very much my type of things, yeah. The patterns will not be in here. I know they won't. But I wonder if she has a book out. I need to read the article, don't I? Does she have a book out? Or does she not? No, she's talking about... Oh, you can follow her at www.creationsbycourtney.com. I don't know if she has a book or not. No, I'll have to read it and find out whether she does, yeah. This one is a mixed bag. Nice bag if you're into it, please. If you make a bag, line it. Or everything that you make will either drop down to the ground or fall out of the holes. I don't know whether they say to line it, but I have found that it is essential to line a crochet bag unless you are the tightest crocheter in the world. Take shape. Hexagon motifs joined together to make triangles in a throw by Kelly Wilson Moore. Not my cup of tea, but you may like it. Personally, I don't, but that's just me. You can't like everything in the world, can you? Right, granny scarf. We challenged 2 designers to come up with a fab design, each using the same yarn. Which is your favourite? Got to be quite truthful, neither of them. That one scarf with a pom-pom is way too wide. And the other one, no, not floating my boat. Not floating my boat. Moments Blanket. This is one of those things you have to buy umpteen copies of this magazine to get the whole pattern for it. You know. This week's one is, well, this month's one is that. Yeah. I don't like them. It ties you into having to buy the magazine for umpteen copies. Oh, crochet at Glastonbury. You know, I would have loved to have been there selling my things, of course. I think if I could have got to Glastonbury, I might have actually sold something. Whee! That's the type of crochet I love to make. Remember Me, Tiny Floral Motifs make up this necklace by Lisa Hendry. Very pretty if you like delicate things, yeah? This one is Daisy Daisy. Graphic flowers burst from a white background in Helen Anderson's shawl. If you like doing colour work. It's very much a blue and pink themed magazine this month, isn't it? Very much. Oh, what on earth is that? Sorry. It's a wall or a doorway hanging of felted docks. I cannot felt anything. I just really cannot felt anything. I felted so much stuff in the past when everything was wool by accident that I can't felt things on purpose. I really can't. You know, there was a rage, wasn't there, a few years back for everybody having felted slippers. I just couldn't do it. I just could not bring myself to felt anything. The Knitting Shed, meet an indie, I can't get it, I mean, words out today. Meet an indie dyer and indulge in design with their skeins. Louise Diggins. Again, kudos to indie dyers. Their yarn is absolutely fantastic. Can I afford it? No. Because this scarf is done in AMP merino and mohair sock wool in dark tide. I mean, that would probably cost you a fortune. You could actually use the pattern though and not use the indie dyed yarn. I mean, the colours that they do get are fantastic, I will admit. They don't seem to get the colours dyed in acrylic quite the same, do they? As time goes by, pause and appreciate the joyful colourwork and pom-poms of Helen Anderson's cushion. The back, of course, is plain. But point two sides to a cushion. You can only see one side at once. D is for double knitting yarns. It's showing you all the different yarns that are around. Oh my goodness me. My 100 grams, $8.99. That will not be going in my stash. And another one is 50 grams, £7.50. Oh no, no. They're obviously beautiful, beautiful yarns, but big value tweed. Now that might be in my price range. That one's $2.99 for 100 grams. But all the others are definitely, now they're sort of out of my price range, sorry and all that. Right, show us yours. That's the things that you've made and you're showing things. They're teeny weeny pictures, so I wouldn't be able to show them here. Which technique would you like to try? And the number one at 45% is Tunisian, which I want to try. I can do the basic, but I want to learn how to do it mostly. The next one is 25% mosaic, 15% want tapestry, and 15% want broomstick lace. Now, I would not be in that 15%. Broomstick lace is something that has never appealed to me. Oh, it's talking about what on earth is a dye lot. And that's saying what I've said before, you must buy enough you know, for one project in the same download. It's very important because otherwise, you know, you get away with it if you were buying sort of rainbow wool, you would get away with it. But if you're if you're using a single colour yarn, if you don't get the same dye lot, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. This is what's in the next issue. These are all my colours. Not everybody's cup of tea, I understand that. But this is the how-to, you know, the crochet essentials, how to do this, how to do that. This is advertising. Oh, my friend at Knit Club is making that stocking, actually. I wonder where she got the pattern from. Christmas Crochet, Book 8 by Zoe Halstead. But yeah, she's making the stockings for members of her family. She started early. None of this Christmas and July rubbish. She's just started early. For Christmas at Christmas, yeah. What's that? Oh, that's showing you cakes. Hello, summer. Summer? Not around here, it's not. It's by Sheep Jeeps or Scages, whatever you pronounce it. It's about the, you know, the different... I don't know about you, but I think they've sort of had their day for a while. Those shaded things, yeah. Right, we have got a year of granny squares. Ooh. This is the additional one. You've got 52 different granny squares. That's interesting. We've got the hearts, the diamonds, whatever the clubs, the ones, you know, in the cards, yeah. Then we've got glitter cupcake, retro cube and frothy blue. Bubble burst, butterfly display and birthday cake. Coronation Day, that's a bit late. Coronation Day, lemon meringue and pink donut. Courthouse Steps, Daisy for Alice. Oh, my friend would like that, she likes Daisy. And Firework Finale. Got 4 on this one. Extravaganza, Flower Fiesta, Sparkler and Hector the Hedgehog. He's rather cute, Hector the Hedgehog. Remember, this is the free bit that comes with the magazine. Bonfire Night Fun, Memories of Provence and Royal Garden. Oh, that's quite pretty, the Royal Garden. Fried egg. Well, I've never seen a fried egg with a face on it, but never mind. Confetti Party Popper and Morning Walk in Provence. Somebody has obviously been to Provence. Or would like to be in Provence. I would like to be in Provence. Holy, or Holly, Holy, pastel blocks and fur babies. That's nice, cat to go into cats. Paws and Pets, Popcorn Party, Perfect Poppy and In the Present. Garden Party, went to a garden party. Pretty Lassie, Lattice and Neon Starburst. That's the garden party. Home Sweet Home, Sunflower Smiles and Sunshine. That's quite intricate, isn't it, Home Sweet Home? So if you're into granny squares, this is the crochet magazine for you, isn't it? Summer Sun, Up, Up and Away, Sweet Velima and Very Cherry. Oh, I like the cherry. Very nice. Whether I would do them is another matter, but I do like that cherry. Very nice. Windmill Yay Shiny Jelly. Oh, I'm knocking my book. Koala, oh no, Cola the Koala. Maker's Gonna Make. It's got like a crochet hook and a ball of yarn on that one. That's the koala, he's sweet. And that's got a crochet hook and a ball of yarn. Well, we're getting towards the end, I think. Oh no, a few more to go. Diamond Ring and Sweet Sparkle. That's the diamond ring, and that's the sweet sparkle. And Mary Square and the Start of Spring. Mary Square, Start of Spring. And then there's the inevitable charts at the end, you know, if you like a chart. And then that's showing you what's coming here. This colour wheel thingy, I'm not sure what it is. Granny Square Colour Theory. It's, I mean, I just love the colours of that for a start off. That is just so me. I would like to just make that and make it in a cushion. It's talking about choosing the car. Oh, you're supposed to put it on the ball or wall. What is a colour wheel? Oh, it's explaining all this. Dark to light, stick together. How complementary, double the fun. Let's split it. You know, I mean, these are what I call granny squares. These are me. These are me all over. They may not be you, but these are me. Yeah, they are. I need to be a bit more adventurous with my granny squares. Not just do the same old boring granny square over and over and over again. But I love that. I would have that as a cushion. If it told you how to make it, probably not, but never mind. Anyway, I hope you're all doing very well. It's Saturday. As I said before, I did start the crochet. You know, the top by the double stitch twins that everybody's claiming as new and interesting, which was made in 2012 by the double stitch twins. I did start it, but when I'm looking after the dogs full time, Trixie really wants to be with me, like super glued to me. And so I can't get a lot done, really, because she's sat on my knee all the time. I did watch a few videos, did catch up with a few videos and things like that, and watched a tiny bit of television. Wasn't much on that. I was watching an episode of Susan Calvin by the Sea. I'm trying to remember where she was last week. Bournemouth. She was Bournemouth this week. And, you know, watching her doing her thing, yeah. But apart from that, there wasn't really a whole lot on, to be quite truthful. You know, I'm not a quiz game watcher, and I'm definitely not a thing like reality show watcher. I'm not into all of that. It's not an awful lot that I really watch on the television, to be quite honest. I must be atypical. In other words, what other people love to watch, I don't. I always was a cat that walked by itself, you know. Or as my dad used to say, I marched to a different drummer to everybody else. But it is nice to be different, I think. I would hate to be, you know, follow the herd. Oh, if I can stop this thing today. Wow, I actually stopped it. My goodness me, I must have had the knack. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will be on my live tonight, so if you're around at 9 o'clock in the UK, just come and say hello. Bye for now.